Hello, and you're listening to the Advertiser's Guide to the Galaxy with me, Karthik Srinivasan. I am back with more insights on marketing and advertising from India. In today's episode, I will be sharing my top 10 ads from 2022. I write about ad campaigns every day, so I keep meticulous notes on all the ads, both Indian and global. The reason for this context is this. In 2022, I saw a total of 927 Indian ads and 2,531 global ads. That's perhaps good enough universe for me to create a list of the top 10 ads from India in the year 2022. This list is not based on ad effectiveness. Effectiveness metrics, in whatever way it is measured, would be available only with the people who made the ad, that is, the brand and the agency. As an outsider, I can only look at how engaging the ads are and how well they adhere to what they were trying to sell to us. So, here are my top 10 ads from India in the last year. Number 1 would be Spotify India by the agency Leo Burnett. Spotify had already hit gold in August 2021 with their multilingual ad series where a character reacts to the song in an unusual circumstance. But along with their agency Leo Burnett, the streaming platform went one step ahead in March 2022 with an even more enjoyable creative device, matching a life situation with a song only the protagonist is hearing. To make it really work, the agency gets the lip sync of the other characters to match the lyrics of the song being played, and the gag works wonders, particularly when seen across multiple language songs. Number 2 is Jaguar Bath and Light by the agency Enormous. Despite launching the lighting division in 2016, Jaguar had actually struggled to advertise it as a separate division over the years. But in 2022, along with the agency Enormous, they finally embraced the basic fact that the bathroom fittings division of the company is the brand's main identity in the minds of people. When that is taken for fact, that presents a fantastic opportunity for Jaguar to use phenomenal brand recognition in the bathroom fittings category to power the lighting category. The resulting campaign during the 2022 IPL was a total knockout. Number 3 would be Sabhyata's Redefining Celebration campaign by the agency Piece a Picture. To be honest, I have not heard about this clothing brand before this ad, and it gave me an opportunity to see their previous ads that are quite similar in terms of intent and narrative treatment. The 2022 Diwali ad hardly sells the brand in specific, though that seems to be the overall signature in all their ads, story first, with the brand being incidental to the story. The story they chose for the ad in 2022 is the kind that I recall seeing in the 80s and 90s Doordarshan shows like Katha Sagar or Darpan. Totally engaging and makes you wonder how it's going to end. But it also evoked many questions, specifically about the intent of one of the characters played by Shiba Chadda. So I actually wrote a prequel to the ad, perhaps the first ever prequel to any Indian ad, where I traced the reasons for what we finally see in the ad. The link for the ad prequel is also in the description below, by the way. At number 4 would be Ather, the electric scooter brand. Their campaign was called Our Batteries Are Cool, This Video Is Even Cooler. And this was produced in-house. 2022 has been a terrible year as far as news around electric scooters is concerned. We heard so many instances of electric scooters going up in flames, that the government had set up formal committees to rein in the scene around spontaneously combusting electric scooter batteries. Only one electric scooter brand spoke about this issue in its marketing, even as every other scooter brand simply wished that this problem would go away quietly. That brand was Ather. Ather's ad used the time-tested narrative using the product torture route, but did it with so much style and chutzpah. Number 5 is Dhara, Khane Pe Kehna by the agency DDB Mudra. The dinner conversation space is wide open for brands in India, and it's a surprise no brand has used it so far. It's primed for a range of brands starting with plywood that can stake a claim via the dining table, to basmati rice, given that rice is India's staple food and lends itself to dining table-led eating, unlike Western foods that can be consumed while sitting in the couch, to cooking masala and oil brands. Dara is the first one to use the space. But even as the first ad in the series goes directly for the conversations over dinner or dining table narrative, the second one looks beyond that setup and aims for any discussion over food. Both work very well because they focus on the human aspect of the conversation without pushing the oil brand in our faces. The second one gets the brand connect even better than the first. I really look forward to what more the brand does with this platform. At number 6 is Kisna, the campaign called Teri Roshni Hu Main by the agency Contract Advertising. Having seen a lot of jewelry advertising, I thought I had seen it all. But Kisna's ad broke that pattern with a narrative device that doesn't make sense or stand out immediately, but does so really well when the ad ends. The writing is a lot deeper and meaningful than what you may get on the first viewing because a piece of jewelry has been personified and what the ladies tell it, which is represented by a male actor in the ad, has dual meaning. Watch the ad to know what I am referring to and be prepared to be pleasantly surprised by the layers that this ad contains. Number 7 would be the Dixie Scott ad called Body Language Translator by the agency TBWA India. Like the Kisna ad, if you thought you have seen everything that underwear makers have tried yet, Dixie Scott's new campaign upends the thought with a fresh idea that makes perfect contextual sense and yet makes for a hilarious watch. The creative device of a body language translator is very clever, and Rahul Dev delivers it so perfectly with the necessary seriousness. Number 8 is Hayat, Perfectly Yours by the agency Animal Advertising. This is an almost hypnotic ad that pitches Hyatt Hotel's weddings-related offering. The idea of "we put ourselves in your shoes" gets a fantastic articulation with the hotel staff performing assorted wedding preparation tasks by putting themselves in the acts. The attention to detail is what makes the ad so highly watchable, including the way every shot is perfectly centered, which makes it so alluring. At number 9 is Vico Vajradanti. The campaign is called Mazedar Nahi Asardar by the agency The Womb. When every other toothpaste brand zigs, Vico, the OG of Ayurvedic toothpaste in India, zags. When other pastes are highlighting how much fun their products are because you do them first thing in the morning, Vico drops a tooth bomb. You're not using toothpaste for fun, you are supposed to use it to protect you from gum-related problems. As a product pitch, it stands out instantly. At number 10 is Cadbury's 5-star, finally. It was a campaign they launched for Valentine's Day. It was called My Cousin's Wedding and the agency is Ogilvy India. That someone at Ogilvy not only thought of adding My Cousin's Wedding as an excuse for the desolately single people during Valentine's Day, but also named an island off the coast of Karnataka as My Cousin's Wedding, and also created an embassy in Bombay for the singles to walk in to get a visa is quite a stretch of imagination. This is taking the corny idea really seriously to ridiculous heights, and that commitment to that idea is what makes it so interesting. The top 10 ads of 2022 is a summary of sorts for this podcast. Yes, I'm ending the season with this episode. So till I see you again the next time, goodbye from me, Karthik Srinivasan, in The Advertiser's Guide to the Galaxy. Hold on to your towels and remember, don't panic.